When Raila Amolo Odinga was alive, every time William Ruto gets a platform to speak and address the people of Kenya, he always spoke about the broad-based government.
Sasa saa hizi tumeunda serikali ya kila mtu. Hakuna mtu sasa ya kulalamika. Hakuna mtu ya kupingana. Sasa sisi wote tusimame pamoja.
But mysteriously, after Raila Amolo Odinga passed, William Ruto has not been talking about broad-based government or even uniting Kenyans as such. Instead, this is what he has to say.
Nakuru County ni county ya muhimu sana. Mimi nawashukuru, nyinyi ni wakulima sugu sana. Mumenisaidia kuzalisha chakula. Si mnajua kulikuwa na watu walikuwa wananisumbua kule Nairobi kwa street na kipuria kwa kichwa. Siku hizi wameondoka kwa sababu nyinyi mmenisaidia, mnazalisha chakula, tumepunguza gharama ya mbolea.
A huge change in tune. Therefore, we as Kenyans, we have to develop some questions in relation to this. Number one, why is it that William Ruto has mysteriously abandoned the broad-based government? Or maybe abandoned talking about broad-based government, but instead, the people are talking about it are the Luo leaders from Luo Nyanza. Gladys Wanga.
The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government.
Opio Wandai.
Pay me a visit in my office at the ministry. And he told me that work for your country selflessly, that support your government fully. He concluded by telling me, Your Excellency, that he has been in many political arrangements. He has been in many political partnerships. But he has come to learn that, Your Excellency, President William Ruto, you are sincere.
Plus many other leaders from that region. Why is it that they're the ones talking about the broad-based government? I want to take you through on this particular video, step by step, on why I feel strong that William Ruto has avoided now talking about the broad-based government as such. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. Number one, it is selfishness within politicians. The issue of broad-based and uniting Kenyans was not really intending to unite Kenyans as such or even expand the government to other people. No, it was basically for people to eat and probably get re-elected in 2027. William Ruto is not talking about it because it was now Raila Amolo Odinga whom he was interested in keeping by his side. So the fact is, now that Raila Amolo Odinga is not there anymore, there is nothing like broad-based, because who amongst all these other ODM leaders who can bring anything to the table? None of them. None of them. The one who looks to be a bit dependent is Simbarati. But most of all these others, they are speaking different languages, and most of them are selfish towards getting William Ruto's support and attention. But when it comes to the real delivery of services, no one is interested. So in a nutshell, the broad-based government is not being talked about by William Ruto because Raila Amolo Odinga is no more. Raila Amolo Odinga was the broad-based government, was the ODM. Without Raila Amolo Odinga, the two things, ODM and broad-based government, they're done. The other reason as to why William Ruto is not talking about broad-based government anymore, or maybe uniting Kenyans, it's because he has already finished the top leadership of the ODM party. Why? He took the top leadership, first of all, to the cabinet. Alias Joho, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, Opiyo Wandayi, and of course, John Mbadi. Those gentlemen, four of them were occupying top positions within the party. One of them was a minority leader, and the chairperson, and two of them were party leaders, deputy party leaders. These people were very formidable that they could be able to stage a very serious competition against William Ruto in 2027, either by vying or even campaigning for someone. But now, when William Ruto took them, they have all become toothless dogs. Now, as we speak today, William Ruto has also gone for Simbarati, and I've heard to some extent Sheriff Nasser. The only person who seems to be a bit independent, it is none other than Osotsi, the other deputy party leader.
Mimi, baba vile alikufa, mimi nimehuzunika sana. Hata sitaki kuongea siasa. Lakini nataka kuambia rais kitu kimoja. Nimeona wabunge wangu wa ODM wamesimama hapa wameongea. Lakini chama cha ODM kiko na structures. Na juzi tumetoa msimamo wetu. Mimi ningekuomba rais, just address us through our structures. Wabunge wengine wakisimama hapa hawaongee kwa niaba ya ODM. Kama Mheshimiwa Elisha, Mheshimiwa Jalango, hawa tuliofukuza kwa chama. Kwa hivyo hawezi wakakuja hapa waongee mambo ya ODM. ODM, mkiona usosi mmeona ODM. Kwa sababu sisi tunakaa kwa ile kamati ya Central Committee, sisi ndio tunapanga mambo, na sisi hatuna shida na broadbased, lakini wabunge mfuate msimamo wa chama, na msimamo wa chama ni ule tulitoa wiki hii.
All these others are talking about two-term and broad-based government.
William Ruto ataondoka uongozini, Mungu akipenda 2032. Tutaenda wapi? Kama tutafunja chama. Swali unafaa ujiulize. Ataenda hata kama unampenda. Tutaenda wapi? Lazima tuhakikishe chama hiki chetu tuko serikali 2027 hata 2032.
That is a clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, that William Ruto has captured the ODM leaders. So therefore, if he has all those people who can influence the ODM party, there's no need of him engaging with other people who do not matter in the party. So that is why literally he has kept off talking about the broad-based government, because none of these people in the broad-based government who can bring anything tangible on the table, like Raila Odinga, none of them. Another thing is lack of leadership. As we speak today, you can hear people speaking different languages. Even if Oburu Odinga is very wise the way I see him, there's still some bit that Raila Odinga was offering which Oburu Odinga cannot offer. Because every decision at that time was being made by Raila Odinga. But now, I hear Simbarati telling Oburu what to do. So in a nutshell, you can see that there's no proper leadership within the ODM party. So even if he talks about broad-based government, who is he going to bring on board as a broad-based government agent? Nobody. So it happens that Oburu is not controlling Luo Nyanza so far. He's yet to prove. He might be, but he's yet to show that. But if it happens that he's controlling, well and good, he can be someone of value to William Ruto's side. But the fact remains, as we speak today, there is no proper leadership structure within the ODM party that can be able to speak and convince William Ruto that they are worth being part of the broad-based government. Hence, William Ruto avoiding talking about broad-based government. There's also an intelligence that William Ruto probably has received, that the people within the ODM party are no longer interested on being part of the broad-based government or even supporting him for two-term come 2027. So William Ruto has realized, if these guys are not interested in me, mbona nijitume mimi nikijituma kwao kila wakati nikizungumzia broad-based government, yet themselves they don't care even if Raila Odinga has passed. So the expectations of William Ruto were that the moment Raila Odinga passed on, he was going to take over and become the leader of the ODM and probably even the kingpin of Luo Nyanza. But the way things are right now, there are mixed reactions that are very negative to William Ruto's side. In fact, the majority are against William Ruto's candidature. So with that kind of information, William Ruto cannot be at peace. He will avoid every other thing that was initiated by Raila Odinga's presence and then continue with another path. And as we speak today, he's raising his own politicians, including Simbarati. And I want you to watch this space. He's raising Simbarati to take over ODM party. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the reasons as to why I feel strongly that William Ruto has deliberately decided to avoid talking about the broad-based government. Last but not least, ODM leaders are speaking their languages. Each one of them is coming with up his own slogans. When you get to Osotsi, is saying this. When you get to Wanga, it's saying that. Get Jalango is saying this. Baba Wino is saying this. When you find out the main guy, Oburu Odinga, is also saying this.
Those of us who are in government, like Badi, Opio and I, they are now part of the administration. They are not speaking for our party. They can, of course, now the president is their boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, that means very well that there's no proper leadership within the ODM party, and there's no actually uniform message that can be relied on by President William Ruto. A clear indication that these people are likely not to work together to the end. But of course, let's wait and see and how things unfold here. My name is Abel Mokwa. Thank you so much for watching. But first of all, let me take this opportunity to thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting my channel, subscribing, and most importantly, ensuring at least you're part and parcel of my comment section, where I get to see comments, learn, and probably engage with you people directly. My name is Abel Mokwa once again. Thank you so much for staying tuned.